Trump's praise of you today was obviously glowing. You and I talked the other day, and you're happy to have that support. I know, and you see yourself as wanting to work with the president. Chad Bianco, though, is another Republican candidate for governor. So I've been looking at his numbers. He's obviously at the bottom. It is obviously seems impossible at this point that he would be a contender. But he said this yesterday.
There is no world imaginable where Steve Hilton wins in the November election, not only because he's a Fox News host, but because he's endorsed by the president. How does that work in California? It doesn't work.
Dave Wasserman, I know you've been so busy, you probably didn't hear this, but he was on in the block before, going about various states. He's obviously with the Cook Political Report. Mm-hmm. And he said, and I quote, Steve, "This race seems like it is effectively over. There is no way a Trump-endorsed Republican is going to win the general election. So the victor here is Becerra." What do you say to Dave Wasserman, who's obviously his job is handicapping these things, and Chad Bianco, who's a Republican like you who ran against you?
I think they're very different categories. I think that is, let's start with Dave Wasserman. Of course, that's the conventional wisdom. I totally understand that. And that's how it has been in California. So it's not surprising that someone who doesn't actually live here would say that. But if you do live here, if you experience what's going on in California, then I think you'll pick up a real sense of more than frustration, even rage against what's been happening here. You've got 56% of Californians now saying that the state is moving in the wrong direction. Real frustration with the fact that we pay the highest taxes in the country and get some of the worst results. And so I think that actually this year could be different.